Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Chameleonian and this is part 12 of Coffee Talk, episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Let's see what's new in the news. Sunday, October 1st, 2023, so that means it's going to end on the 3rd. Vegan food on the rise, gnome diets popular amongst young adults. Box office movie High Weapons hit astonishing $2 billion worldwide. What Generation Z really wants an independent survey. Affordable housing sounds nice. What do we got for the day? Super busy, see you tomorrow, so he won't be here today. Distinctly talking my super serious gaming face while playing Super Brawl Pilots 2. Might not be here today. We had a break in the office and just played board games for fun. For hours, it was fun. Maybe Myrtle will be here. Today's delivery cutoff 1300, so that's what, 1 p.m. No night shift. Okay, so Riona might be here today, and I think it said Lucas liked it. Okay, so Lucas might be here then. Looks like I should have given the lost items to the intended recipients right away. Yeah, I didn't. I had no fucking clue how to give that to them right there because it said hide. I know at one point he mentioned Gala. I think my guy or his guy or Bailey's. Like, it was an invitation for hide, so I just guessed. But then again, yeah, he did say his plus one was going to be Gala. That's on me. At least it'd be much better than them disappearing on me like this. At least it'd be much better than them disappearing on me like, what? Looks like I should have given the lost items to the intended recipients right away. At least it'd be much better than them disappearing on me like this. Okay, better that the item and not the person disappears. Sorry, Bailey's. Gala and Hyde won't be there. Hello, Rachel. Hello there. What's wrong? Nothing, really. Nothing? Exactly. Nothing. And that's the problem. What do you mean? Nothing to show. Failed to inspire Rachel with your drink. I couldn't come up with anything good for my new single. Oh, right. I remember now. That's really unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Do you have any idea what seems to be the issue? Not a clue, really. Maybe because I'm putting too much pressure on myself. What do you mean? Well, I want my new single to be special, right? And I know I can do that. Maybe that was one of the mystery drinks that I had to serve her, whatever the other two are. But so far, I just haven't come up with anything I've liked at all. It seems, and it's been a week already. Ugh, so annoying. You can't exactly rush creativity. I know, but still. Yeah. What do I do, Chameleonian? I'm so stuck. Start small, maybe? Oh, how many people can... Oh, I didn't say from the last one. How many people can I potentially have today? 2 more, and then 4 on the other 2. Perhaps you can find inspiration in what's already around you, nearby. After all, you're the star of the show. We want to know more about you, or what you're thinking. Yeah, I guess. You're right. I am the star. And since there's no real deadline, I can take my time too. Besides, this is something I want to do, not a contract with anyone or anything. That's nice. But I shouldn't make Arimi wait too long either. Oh well, I can think about it later, I guess. How are you, by the way, Chameleonian? Just fine. Business as usual. Wait, I almost forgot. Did Dad come here last night? He did. Hendry? Yes, he did. He was meeting up with Mr. Gala, actually. Okay, that's good to know. Why do you ask? He didn't reply to my text last night. Oh yeah, the story. So I wondered what he was doing. Ah, I see. Did you two not see each other often? What do you mean? I just saw him this morning. We still live under the same roof, after all. Ah, what a surprise. I thought you'd have been raring to move out by the time you turned 21. Well, you're not wrong in thinking that. But Dad's getting older, you know. he becomes forgetful too, so I am a little bit worried. Understandable. Besides, we don't really have anyone else, you know. None of our extended family even lives in the States. So as much as he's been a nag my whole life, I feel like I should watch over him for now. Right? What do we got? Hello, welcome. Riona. Good evening to you, Miss Riona. Hey, Riona. Fancy meeting you here. Nervous? Hello. How are you? Sorry. Just a second. Alright. She might be nervous about picking Rachel or Lucas's path. Is she alright? I'm not sure. Oh well, I'll just get a drink first. Right. What would you like? I'll have a cup of milk, please. Just straight milk. Milk. Why does it look gray, though? Here you go. Cup of warm milk. Thank you. What's up? Oh, nothing. Just remembered something. But it's nothing special, so don't worry about it. Oh, you wanted some other ingredients in with that milk? What's going on, miss? Are you alright? No. I think I'm sad? What's wrong? That's right, Riona, what's wrong? Did you get fired from your Uber Eats? I've been doing a lot of thinking about what? About my situation. Have you ever felt like something you've been doing your whole life might be a mistake? Oh, you may not want to be a singer anymore? What makes you think that, miss? But my apologies, I don't mean to be so dramatic. Would you two mind listening to my scattered thoughts? Of course, let it all out. Miss Rachel was right. Feel free. After listening to the experiences you and Mr. Lucas had, along with my conversations with Chameleonian and the regulars of the coffee shop, I have gradually realized over the past week that I'm severely lacking in awareness about my many things. Huh? And what makes it more troubling is it's likely that my ignorance was on purpose. What do you mean? Ignorance? On purpose? What do you mean? Miss Rachel, the position you have today is a result of your efforts and tenacity. You honored your talent, but you did not shirk from taking risks in order to succeed. Your knowledge of the industry has enabled you to successfully navigate it, and I greatly respect your ability to do so. Mr. Lucas also, although I don't fully understand his content, what fucking content does he do? He is successful enough that people earn a living through his work. I'm aware that must require a great deal of courage and flexibility. To put it simple, I feel ashamed of myself. Why, for wanting to do shit the old-fashioned way? Because I may have become too comfortable with the status quo, to the point that I no longer strive to improve my situation. Are you really, though? I mean, you've been trying your best, right? I've been trying, yes, but not your best. But have I been trying my best? That's debatable. And about my intentional ignorance, I'm simply afraid of failing. I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play, so you're afraid of trying and then not working out your way, but then you're afraid of not trying and then ending up nowhere. And then always wondering if it could have worked. I understand I have only a small chance of being selected for a role in a play. I really do. I understand that it's due to my lack of networking and industry's expectation and the industry expectations, along with my lack of higher education, and for the simple fact of what I am. I don't think the education is a big problem. You should be fine on that one. You can always hire people that are smarter than you for that. And for the simple fact of who I am, a banshee. I'm truly fine with all of that. I really am. Because all of it is a pain, and I'm already all of it is a pain I am already familiar with. And perhaps somewhere in the deepest depths of my heart, I'm having to face unfamiliar rejections again. Having to get used to new pain all over again. Just might be scary. Might be difficult. So you're just used to the old pain and not this new one. You can handle what you know, miss. I apologize for all the ruckus. I didn't mean to, Miss Riona. Would you please allow me to make you a drink? It's on the house. But Chameleonian insists, right? Right. In that case, I like something made with blue pea, but no milk or ginger, please. Blue pea. No milk, no ginger. Blue pea. What do I get here? I just barely got a star on her. Recipes. No milk, no ginger. Just straight blue pea, mint, lemon. She seems sad. What is the morphine nebulous as the lemon spirit in the cup magical and refreshing? Milk, ginger, milk. It tastes really good with the color and smell soothing her senses. This might be what I need. Ginger, honey, mint. From the leaves of flower, can you hear the bees? I don't think so. Milk, ginger, milk. It's gonna have to be the mint. Witness the Morphine Nebula as the lemon is poured into the cup. Magical and refreshing. No, which one? Fuck, I already forgot. Oh, mint. Lemon? No. Mint. Its earthy yet minty taste relieves indigestion with the colors and smells soothing her sense. But she doesn't have indigestion, so it's not a... Fuck. Blue pea, no milk or ginger. No milk or ginger. Double mint. This could, with the color and smell soothing her senses. Morphine Nebula as the lemon is poured into the cup. Magical and refreshing. Mint lemon. Well, this says soothing her senses. Relieves indigestions while the color and smell soothe her... Okay, I'm gonna go with the senses. Double mint. Right? No milk, no ginger. Some Aqua's Tranquility. Hopefully I didn't get the wrong one. Here, I hope you'll enjoy it. Thank you. She didn't hate it, at least. What's on your mind? Right now, I'm rethinking my true motivation for doing all of this. The driving force behind everything I've done up to this point. Well, what was it? An old recording of a banshee singing at the end of a play. Huh? Your driving force before you started questioning it. I wish to break free from the shackles of prejudice. Whatever its society or my own. Whether it's society or my own. Not only for myself, but also for my kind. I see. So it doesn't have to be opera, right? Pardon? Oh yeah, you can switch a different type of singing. Reaching that goal can be done a lot of ways. Like politics. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be singing. Huh? You're not wrong, but... That was just an example. Jeez. But I admit, being an entertainer is probably the fastest way to win people over. But that's not what you mean to do, is it? You want to change the way people view your species. How banshees are seen everywhere. My heart trembles for the opera. That is why I wish to pursue it, as long as I am able. However, I believe it is also time for me to consider expanding my horizons. Oh? I simply do not wish to be trapped in my own fear forever. Although I do regret that my one-track-minded efforts may have been in vain. I don't think everything you've done so far is in vain, though. Hmm? I always believe in sincere efforts. But never mind that. What are you going to do now? I... I'm not sure. I already rejected Mr. Lucas's offer. Lucas? He's an influencer who's been coming here recently. Why does that name ring a bell? Oh, wait. You know him? Not closely, but I think we follow each other on Tomocho. I don't know where I get the duh from Tomodachi, but it's just Tomocho. Oh, Tomodachi, that's why. If it's even the same Lucas, I mean. What was the offer for? I was offered a spot on his new show. While he's still unsure of the format, his aim is to elevate underrated talents, to showcase and interview them in order to bring their work to the forefront. I see. So what if you rejected his offer? Call him. Huh? Or text him. Tell him you changed your mind. What's the worst that could happen? People are allowed to change their minds. If he rejects you, well, that's his loss, isn't it? I'm not sure it'd be his loss, necessarily. Shh, shh, shh. Just do it. Text him. Yeah. Okay. Oh, is he gonna fucking run over here now? That she's texting him? Coming in soaking wet? No, he could have an umbrella. He responded. That was fast. What did he say? He's happy I changed my mind. And he's going to text me later to talk more about it. Okay, so he's not coming here. It seems like he's in the middle of something. At least that's one thing settled. Yep. Yes. Thank you. Hopefully it ends up going well for you. Although I regret my one-track mindset, I cannot say it has been entirely detrimental to my life, as it's a habit formed during my time living in the commune. Commune? We Banshees used to congregate together in order to protect ourselves from the outside world. Each of us tended to have a specific role in the commune, and we all would work together as one, like gears in a machine. Interesting. I didn't know that. But you left the commune, correct? Yes. Was it difficult? It must have been. No, because we're not a cult. Oh, I was thinking more like in an emotional level, not a cult. Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. It's okay. The commune is simply a defense mechanism from the distant past. Oh, kind of like when like the ants, like isn't like a species of ant, they all huddle up together so they can float. So the reason we do not see a lot of Banshees around is because many still choose to remain in the commune. Right. The world still isn't kind to us. However, we are aware that eventually we must reopen ourselves to the outside world. Like, besides your guys' appearance, like, what the fuck can you guys do that they're afraid of? The world still isn't kind to us. Like, yes, is it, they think that, like, what is it, those old-timey things, where, like, you sing them to death, or sing to cause them to die, or some shit like, to die, or some shit like that? It was for that reason I learned to drive. You seem to be fond of driving. I am. It's like having a mobile fortress. You could be a race car driver, which is why I find driving calming, even in traffic. Well, a mobile fortress, huh? Never thought of cars that way, but that's interesting. Perhaps it's better if I go now. Already? Okay, I'll leave too. Also, I'm not gonna get the next guest, right? Unless someone comes in after they leave. Okay, I'll leave too. If you wish, I can drop you off. Really? I live pretty far from here. It's fine. Okay. See you later, Chameleonian. Safe trip, miss. Thank you for your time. My pleasure. See you soon. I'm gonna hope this next one doesn't take too long, as I've only been in this one for about 20 minutes. As long as it's not longer than 40. These last one was like at 30, so I should be able to squeeze it in, unless I get another person to come in. I suppose I'll wait another hour. I guess it's the next day. Okay, I guess it is. I thought someone was gonna come in, but I guess not. This is Monday, October 2nd, 2023. What do we got in the news today? Users of Tetamaja Chill's new server features. It needs a longer duration. Yeah, starts up small, but oh, maybe that's their Vine, unless this is going to be their TikTok. The piece of halfling advice that seared into my memory. Gobbly Labs shut down research to finally stop experimenting after 1,300 incidents. God damn. The fuck were they doing? Power's out. So I drove him around while he was nursing his broken heart. No deliveries today, so Rihanna might be here today. I really didn't know why we're discussing my sad stories right now. As I'm the happy couple. Oh, are they gonna invite them? Aw, it was so sad and so much cute though. It wasn't sad, so much is cute though. But it's true that you and Mr. Bailey should be in the spotlight, Miss Lua. Or just in the light. Sorry, I'm trying to get to the switch. Oof. Oh no, ow. Oops, my apologies, Mr. Gala. You're literally solid like a wall. I'll take that as a compliment. Here we go. Oh, they went anyways. You all found your way to a seat. I'm impressed. We've been here often, enough that we know the place is like the back of our hands. So this is after the wedding. That's what it means to have regulars, Chameleonian. So this is everybody for today. Yep. So it does. Now, shall we get this celebration started? Please, I'm so excited. That's adrenaline for you. Hang on to that feeling. You call it adrenaline. I call it deep, passionate, irresistible fascination for her husband. Hey, don't get too cocky, Mr. Miller. Oh, are you taking Lois' last name, Bailey's? Huh? No, we're keeping our last names. But I'll be Mr. Miller if it pleases Mrs. Miller. Anything to make you happy. You always make me melt. Disgusting. He said, wiping off his tears. How many times must I tell you? It's the way the city hall flowers that makes your allergies flare up. Sure, let's go with that. That would be perfect time for some drinks, or this would be a perfect time. I wouldn't say no to something hot for sure. And to something sweet. To something dedicated to chocolatey. But let's keep it fresh. There's enough sweetness here to give me a sugar rush. So, in summary, sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it. Please, Chameleonian. Alright, chocolate. So freshness is gonna be mint, if I'm not mistaken. Chocolate, milk, ginger. After midnight, chocolate, honey, mint. Chocolate, honey, mint. Sweet and chocolatey, but with some freshness to it, please. This seems... I hope this is the right one. After midnight. Are they all getting the same thing? This is inspired by a sweet evening treat. Okay. Hopefully the drink is to your liking. I love it. It's very unique and festive. Very comforting. Exactly what I had in mind. It's fine. High praises from Mr. Hyde. You know it. It tastes a bit British. Have you ever been on that side of the pond, Chameleonian? I did a bit of traveling in my day. Maybe we ran into each other in the past. Maybe we did. Passing each other like two ships in the night before meeting at the mooring. Whatever the fuck that is. That's very lyrical. Huh. I blame the mood on you two. All I know about the UK is that British werewolf guy I once met. He was absolutely wild during Fury, with American Werewolf in Britain or something like that. But even then, he would have he would beg the wall's pardon after putting his fist through it. Sounds about right. And I imagine you two became great friends. Ah, rude vampires are much more my type. Hey, actually, no, I'm offended. Rude vampires, I'm proud of it. That would look great on a t-shirt. Awesome idea. I'll consider that for a Christmas gift. Right. I guess we should raise a toast. Does anyone want to make a speech? Someone? I wonder if they're going to mention the fact that I didn't give them the invite. Chameleonian, maybe? I don't think I'm the right person to give speeches. You definitely are. Yes, if you want to, we'd love to hear you. In that case, thank you for choosing to come to this cafe, Mr. Bailey's, and thank you for making us feel a true part of your lives. Hear, hear. You'll always be a part of our lives now, Chameleonian. Why is that? Absolutely. Short and to the point. Good speech. Your turn, Hyde. Bailey? Well, fine. Thank you, Llewellyn Bailey's, for entertaining me and making me consider a counseling career, however briefly. You're a good bunch. That means a lot, Hyde. You've been a very good friend to us. Don't think we're forgetting about you, Gala. Speech time. Right. I don't know you as well as Chameleonian, guys. And I haven't helped you nearly as much as Hyde did. But despite that, you've made me feel welcome. You've immediately made me feel part of your family. May this warmth that you show others always reflect as joy in the family you're starting today. Can they have children together? Is it like interspecies breeding or crossbreeding like you can with plants? Everybody's like bipedals or beetles. Oh, Gala. Or are they just gonna adopt? Thanks, man. Really. Oh, that's if they want kids. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. To the happy couple. Oh, trophy. Complete Llewellyn Bailey's good story arc. So I could have fucked up their wedding. Are your allergies troubling you again, Mr. Hyde? Chameleonian. My dear Chameleonian. Never think that you're out of reach of my retribution. I do apologize that we only serve soft drinks here. Some bubbles would have befitted the occasion. Don't worry about it. As far as I'm concerned, it suits me just fine. Yeah, we're not really drinking booze these days. Oh? Speaking of starting a family, just in case you know. Oh. And I'm avoiding it in solidarity. So they can have kids together. That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Is it going to be kind of like an Avatar? To where like the bending works? Either they're going to be an elf or a succubus, or is it going to be a mix? That's nice, you guys. Rooting for you. Thanks, Gala. Just imagine. Little purple elves with horns running around everywhere. Okay, so it does work like that. And thanks, I think, Hyde. I aim to please. Huh. Personally, I'm fine with soft drinks as well. Never liked the stronger stuff. He's not lying. I never saw him touch it. Is there any specific reason why not? Was it with your Fury? I just don't like the taste either. Shit's fucking atrocious. Never got used to it, and never particularly tried to. Me neither. People assume I like to drink, especially since I'm a big burly dude, I guess. But nope. Assumptions like that are annoying to me. I like that you look at it just as a taste amongst others, Gala. Sometimes I want to taste wine, and sometimes I just want tomato juice. Definitely booze, just because the big social thing. But I, for one, wish there was a better range of soft drinks. Sodas? I went to a very expensive restaurant a while ago. They had a soft drink pairing option. They imported some alcohol-free Vermouth, homemade some fruit juice. It all tasted really nice and unique. But then they also had edible robots, and they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Edible robots, what the fuck? And they made a miniature forest out of vegetables and dark chocolate. Oh, when did you go to a place like that? A while ago with my family. Back when we were still in touch. Bye. I'm okay, sweetie. Well, I make a mean cocktail. There's a hard version and a soft version. In the hard version, I use vodka. And in the soft version, I don't use vodka. Fair enough. What else goes into it? A little bit of basil, some lemon juice, a pinch of salt. Tonic water. What the fuck is tonic? That sounds like something I would enjoy. I know I've heard the word before, but I don't know what it is. Wait for it. And of course, a big dollop of fresh blood. Here it comes. O type, preferably. Universal donors and all that. Yuck. I think this is a joke. Hope this is a joke. And this is why he never gets invited to parties. What do you mean? I'm invited to all the parties. If people care to give me the invitation, that is. Yeah, I knew they were going to bring it up. Mr. Hyde. I apologize for that already, but please, let me say it again. I'm truly sorry for forgetting to give Bailey's invitation to Gall. Yeah, it's because they said Hyde. I know they said Gall at some point, but I kept thinking, okay, Hyde's going to be here eventually. But he never was. The important thing is, it all turned out fine. What if me giving him the invite give him the bad wedding? It was very short notice, so I was going to text everyone anyways, just to be sure. Still, I'm immortally wounded. I would have been displeased to miss this. Thank you so much for being with us, the three of you. Thank you for having us. It was fun to meet your friends from work, Bailey's. Oh, wait, were we not invited? And your sister, Lua. She got a very strong character. She got a very strong character. I feel like I should say she has. I respect that. She's impossible, you mean. But I love her to bits. Yeah, she took a while to warm up to me at first. Oh, just a year, or 3. She probably wanted to make sure you were right for her, baby sister. Yes, that was definitely the reason why. She always thinks of me as some sort of softie that she needs to protect. Well, I mean compared to her, Gala is a softie. Oh, really? I'd say Gala is a softie compared to many people. Fair enough. But yes, I think she could take him when he's under fury. If Chameleonian ever moves out, I'm out of my specialty. And I'm out of my specialty. I can ask for your sister's number, I guess. You would have to hurry. Or you'll have to step over. Your primary school friend, Bailey's. Marco? I thought I had caught him staring at her. I bet they didn't leave it at staring. The two witnesses, delightfully cliche, isn't it? You seem to be enjoying the gossip very much, Mr. Hyde. Of course I do. That's how I keep myself busy, so you should be a photographer. Observing people has always been a hobby of mine. You're gonna, like, take pictures and then learn shit about them. And just going around talking to people, learning stuff about the people you're taking photos of. And it's amazing how little they've changed over the centuries. People hogging the buffet. People napping during speeches. Yeah. I think your mom started a little, Lua. Poor mom. She used to be a night owl, and now look. Time comes for us all, for all of us. Except this guy. You say that like it's a good thing. By the way, I saw that you snapped some pictures on your phone. Any of them you think are worth showing? Let me have a look. How many do I get to see? This one might be decent. Also just the one. Are you fucking kidding me? A cute photo. Looks like a selfie. Ah, this is lovely. It really is. It's a pity you decided not to pursue photography as a job, Hyde. You would have done amazing. What can I say? Seattle is a city. As a city, doesn't have a lot going on for my interests. Certainly not enough to keep me here permanently. Is that why you decided to return to modeling? The lesser of two boredoms? Precisely. Will you be moving back to LA, Mr. Hyde? I will mostly be living there, yes. But I'll be flying back and forth often. And I'll be traveling around as well. Business very much as usual. In the end, it's a lifestyle that suits me better. I see. Complete Hyde's normal story arc, so he had a good and a bad one. I see. Well, thank you for this pick, anyhow. I was a bit concerned at first that we didn't hire a photographer. But in the end, everyone snapped some shots. And some of them are amazing, like this one. So if I had gotten his drinks better, he would have been a photographer. I agree. It all turned out for the best. It feels friendly and warm. Like the wedding we really wanted to have. Exactly. I'm very happy that you guys figured it all out. So are we. Now we get to plan the next stages. What's the nearest thing on the horizon? Well, we'd like to get a new house for starters. What would a dream house look like for the two of you? Well, we're not too sure. Well, I'm gonna guess it's gonna have to have a few rooms. I don't know about your guys. Well, you're gonna need one for painting, maybe an office for her, and you guys are planning to have kids, or at least a kid. We're not too sure yet. But we're not repeating the same mistakes. No endless Tomodachi. Oh, there's the part. So it wasn't just from Tomodachi. No more Tomodachi scrolling to look at other people's homes. Oh, I did. Why the fuck did when I read it last time? I just saw the Tomodachi to look at other people's homes. And no overspending or feeling inadequate on my side. My love. It's alright. I'm glad we talked it through. Lua made me realize that it's fine if I don't earn as much as she does. And if my family doesn't contribute anything. In fact, Lua's mom told me the same during the wedding. I didn't know you talked about that. Don't worry. It went really well. She said what mattered to her is that I make her daughter happy. Which is good, because that's what matters to me too. And a happy Lua is a Lua who powers through her job. Yeah, I really can't consider slowing down my career. Well, maybe a little. Yeah, when the time comes, but... Then, the thing is, I don't mind slowing down my career. I've always been the one bringing up the kids topic. It's not that I don't want them, but I was afraid of what it'd do to my work. That makes sense. Women are always expected to do more when it comes to child rearing? What the fuck? Well, not in our couple. Is that what it's called? Raising your kids? Child rearing? We decided that when we have kids, I'll be a stay-at-home dad. Isn't your job? Well, no, you paint shit. Maybe you're also a sculptor, so you have to do that somewhere else, or else you'll have to get that shit hauled off to them. I'll be a stay-at-home dad. I'd still do some freelance work, if and when I have time. Not so much for the money as to keep my brain working. But I'll be taking care of the little ones, and of our place. I got more than one. You know, I keep thinking how happy I am that I met you and married you. Not many men would have wanted that. You'd be surprised. Times are changing, and so on. Times are making more room for people to follow their wishes. I know many men who'd rather stay at home with their children than go to work every day and almost never see them. You two just complement each other well. I think so too, Mr. Miller. Mrs. W. Oh, no, using my family name on you feels wrong. They would throw a fit if they heard you do that. They absolutely would. It's almost tempting. But none of that matters much anyways. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. As long as we're still Lua and Bailey's. It's my phone going off. Excuse me. I can't watch it. Why can't I watch it? Why is it even like that if I can't see it? Excuse me. Poor Hyde. Sounds like trying out a new career was too difficult for him in the end. Yeah. It can be hard for long-lived people to change their ways, even if they wish to do so. I can attest to that. Yeah, you've been doing it for so long. Like, I'm sure there's like some people doing it for years, but he's been doing this shit for fucking decades, maybe even centuries. Most elves lives in the past because it just takes so much space, you know? Most elves live in the past because it just takes so much space, you know? Most elves live in the past because it just takes too much space, you know, while living in the present. The longer you've been something, the harder it is to move it. You sort of harden into yourself. I see what you mean. I can feel it, even in my scale. I did so many jobs, tried so many things when I was younger, but now I'm pretty satisfied where I am, even if the work is rough sometimes. Yeah, you're not even taking promotions. You're taking raises, but not promotions. On one hand, I don't think I'd want to change, but on the other hand, if I did want to, I'm not sure I could. Time comes for us all. It does. I wonder how long Lua can live for. And how do you feel about it, Gallo? About Hyde's decision, I mean. In life, I'd say I'm thrilled about it. He dragged me up the wall half the time, but really, having him around has been pretty good. I guess that's how it works when you care about people. Yes, we know something about that, don't we? We do. We both had moments where we needed a timeout, but we always find our way back to each other in the end. That's nice. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You've met Hyde. He's a kind that doesn't do codependent. In friendships or in relationships. Oh, he did once. And truth be told, that suits me just fine. He always respects my personal space. Well, maybe except for when he's in major life crisis. But that's not frequent. And I respect his space as well. That's why we've always gotten along. We get to be our own people, no pressure. But we still share valuable moments whenever we meet up. That's a lovely way of looking at it. Well, it's been working for us over the years at least. And that's how I can tell this is gonna be fine too. I wonder how many of his grandkids' life he's gonna be in. Because if I'm remembering correctly, in the first one said that they definitely live longer, so she's gonna die before him. How many generations later is he gonna be a part of? For his grandkids, great grandkids, and so on. That's how I can tell this is gonna be fine too. And I wonder how long Gallo will live. I know he said that he's gonna have an extended life, but vampires seem to be here forever. If modeling is where Hyde needs to be right now, then who am I to take that space away from him? So I'm guessing the three options he would have been stay in modeling, photographer, and then the therapist. Then who am I to take that space away from him? Fair enough. And I know it's not the same, but if you need drinking buddies when Hyde's away, I'll hit you two up for sure. Ah, listen to that. It's pouring rain again. Brr. It'd be really cold if I didn't have your jacket, bye. But are you okay? Yeah, don't worry about me. I always worry about you. Well, you have the important job between the two of you. You can't get sick. I always worry about you. I guess that's kind of my job now. Only if I get to worry about you too. Well, fuck. You guys are cute. But you know what's even better than worrying about each other? Not worrying about each other. Point taken. Rainy weddings are meant to be good luck, anyways. I've always wondered where that came from. Sounds like lip service for the happy couple. That could be something like, if they're religious, like their god believes in them so much, or like that their matrimony brought them to tears. Sounds like lip service for the happy couple. To avoid a meltdown if it rains, which must happen often. Really? So you don't know? Don't know what? Maybe it's just a thing amongst elves. Have you heard of it, Chameleonian? Are you referring to the goddess's tears legend? That's the one. Never heard of that. It's actually a whole epic in medieval elven poetry, but I can give you the short version. Go on, I'm very curious. Alright then. A long time ago lived a powerful goddess. That goddess had many children, but all of her children, one she liked best. But of all of her children, one she liked best. They were the shyest and the quietest. When their siblings screamed for attention, they sat aside and played with clouds. When their siblings tormented each other, they silently looked at the stars. When their siblings ran away from the rain, they waited and watched the rain fall. The goddess thought, even if all of my children desert me, this one will always be by my side. They are kind and gentle. They will love me and take care of me. She thought of the days ahead and smiled. But one day, as a young godling sat on the edge of a cloud, pondering the world, a gust of wind blew on them, and they lost their balance. Damn. Don't worry, it's not a sad story. Alright then. Carried by the wind, they floated down to the ground, and immediately they were astonished. There were so many things around them that they'd never seen before. They were both delighted and lost, and they stood rooted in place for many human eras, until a human found them there. Shall we call the godling Aeon and the human Ray, just for clarity? That's gonna help for sure, and I get lost without names. Alright, Aeon and Ray it is. Ray walked up to Aeon and, finding them stunned, guided them forward. They took them to their village and showed them how they lived their life. As days passed, Aeon started talking to Ray. They discussed stars and planets, clouds and suns. They talked of harvests and of young children, of famines and old men. They talked of time, of eternity, and as they looked into each other's eyes, they found both briefest of moment and the longest era in there. That's how they both knew they were in love. They decided to get married, but both of them wanted the assent of their family. Ray got it without any trouble. Their families were quite fond of Aeon by then. But Aeon went to see their mother, the goddess, the old hag. Give her a chance, my love, she improves. But yeah, at first she wasn't thrilled. In fact, she was outraged that her favorite child should be taken away from her. That reminds me of someone. I promise you she's a lot better than my mother. Anyways, she got really angry and she told Aeon, get married if you wish, but if you do get married, then you shall wither and die, just like your fiancé. Yuck. And to nobody's surprise, at this point, Aeon said, I'm alright with that. What's eternity if I can't have Ray by my side? Down to get married they went. For many hours the goddess was angry and shouted. Then for many hours she was despondent and sulked. Then finally she turned an eye onto the ground to look at Aeon and Ray. They were in the field where Ray had first found Aeon. They wore garlands of flowers and they were surrounded with people they loved. And for the first time, Aeon wasn't quiet at all. They were singing and dancing, their eyes sparkling, their hair floating on the wind. And the goddess saw that for the first time, in an eternity, their child was happy. She regretted her bitter words then. But a goddess word, once spoken, isn't easily broken. In sadness for her children's mortal days, she started crying. So is this what happened with all the elves, or is this just how they explained they're no longer being immortal? That once they leave their family, that's taken away, or was it started by the goddess? And one by one, her tears hit the earth in a thick cloud of rain. But instead of running from it, Aeon and Ray danced with it. And so the goddess said, for each tear of mine that falls onto you, may you live another year. And even as your hair turns gray and your skin turns parched, may that year see you both dancing and singing, still in love with each other. And according to elves, that's how we came to be. Oh, so half elf, half human. But I think that's a bit far-fetched. Most likely. My love, are you tearing up? It's nothing. You're just really beautiful sometimes. Sometimes. You're a born legend teller, Mr. Baileys. That was an astounding rendition of that story. Yes, that was epic. I'm not gonna look at Rain the same now. Ah, it's just a silly legend. It's not silly at all. And you're right. The goddess is a lot better than your mother. Told you. My history with Rain is a lot simpler. I just really love it when it rains outside and you're all warm indoors. Yeah, that's a very cozy feeling. My bedroom, when I was a little girl, was on the top floor, so I could hear the rain fall at night when I was in my bed. It was great. Wouldn't you be able to hear that in every building or every floor? I wish we lived in a world where everyone had that. A place to be safe while the rain falls outside. For sure. Hides back. Oh, the cat. Oh, look. Here's at least another someone who's safe from the rain right now. Oof. It's a very white little guy. Poor Gala. Did he just shake rain all over you? He did a little bit. He did a little, but that's fine. He's a cute one. What's he doing here, though? Is he your cat, Chameleonian? Oh, no, but he's been around here a couple of times. Still not sure if this is a cat or an Igomimi. I do remember seeing him a week or so ago. He's not any friendlier than he was then, although he's not especially aggressive either. Maybe he's adopting this place. Wouldn't be the first. That's pretty much how you got Hyde, too. I suppose you're right. Now, that's an apt comparison. It seems that he might be looking for something, though. Or someone. If that's the case, he hasn't found them yet. He came by another time a few days ago and was actually quite helpful. But he didn't look settled then either. And there he goes. Very mysterious. Wonder who they're looking for. What did I miss? A cat, apparently. Ah, yes, I saw it go. What was that about? We're not entirely sure. He's come by a handful of times, but he doesn't seem to stray very long, or ask for anything. I was saying that he might be looking for someone, or perhaps he is. In many traditions, cats are depicted as having special foresight, messengers between worlds, so to speak. He may know something that we don't, or see something that we can't see. That's just what they want you to believe. Looking mysterious to get food and cuddles. I was saying that reminds me of someone, actually. No comment. Uh-huh. Anyhow, what was the call about? That was the agency calling about a job. I got a photo shoot in LA 2 days' time. In demand as ever. Don't get me wrong, that's a good thing. Can't wait to see how the shoot turns out. I hadn't heard of the designers before. Let's hope she's a little interesting. Are you sure you'll be fine modeling again, Hyde? What if the designer is boring? Who am I kidding? She probably will be. But, you know, she should forget what I told. You should forget what I told you the other night, Lua. Once in a while, I get antsy and want to change myself. To change my world, if not the world. But I've tried often enough before to know if it never works in the end. Is there any alternative, though? Isn't the choice changing your world or accepting to be unhappy? Choice. That's certainly true for someone with a regular lifespan, or however long but finite lifespan. But I'm going to be around for many, many centuries. Instead of trying to bend the world against the grain and failing, I think I'll be patient and wait until it changes by itself, and find some form of entertainment along the way. The world doesn't wait for you, you're waiting for it. Something like that. Oh, you do get to live a longer lifespan than others. That's not a choice I can make, but I suppose I understand. I'm not sure I do understand, but I'm rooting for you. I know that, and I'm grateful. You know, being like this, all together when it's dark and damp, and feeling good and safe at home, it's a pretty rare feeling in a kind of public place. I think that kinda is key word. As far as I can remember, this has never felt like a strange space to me. It's my space that I'm lucky enough to share with other people I like. I definitely feel the same way. Thanks for that, Chameleonian. I'm glad that's how it feels for you, too. It'd be nice to have, like, some just bad people here to have a change of pace. Our patrons' comfort has always been our priority. Goal very much achieved, then. That, and also, you're alright. It sounds like everyone's going to be busy with our own stuff for a while, but I can't wait to come back here and see your faces again. Whether in a week or a month or a year, it's going to be a good time. They're all leaving here soon. Cheers to that. You're here. Huh. You're all welcome anytime, separately or together. And I'm looking forward to hearing what you get up to. We'll definitely pop up to give you news, and to get fairy remedies, and to listen in on the drama. We can't wait to welcome you back. Oh. I mean, stop. Make sure I save. I think the rain is over, and we kept you up for a while at least, Chameleon. Yeah, we should all use the dry spell to get back home. Consider the night called. You go first, guys, or we'll be stopping on each other's toes. Stepping on each other's toes. Alright. Good night, Chameleonian. Good night. Good night, you two. The two of them gone. Let's go, darling. Let's. Good night, Chameleonian. Thanks again for being with us. Tonight and the other nights. No, thank you for everything, truly. Have a good rest, Chameleonian. Will do. I wonder what the next one's gonna be, because I thought the wedding here was gonna be, like, the end. So then what the fuck is left? They're on a trip. You guys coming? Yeah, just hold the door for me a second longer. Eek. Bye. What are you doing? I'm carrying you over the threshold, of course. That's on the way to the home, not on the way to the bar. Out of the bar. I can do both. You're silly. Maybe, but I love you. I love you too. Bustling, busy, and abuzz. People whose thought I can hear almost as well as my own by now. Whose success and failures matter to me as much as my own. I suppose that's what it feels like to have a chosen hive. So I'm guessing that's what Silver's trying to do. I honestly thought this, because I genuinely don't know what the fuck this next day is going to be. I guess, oh, Lucas and Riona. That's where it's going to end. So their shit hasn't concluded. Well, it hasn't concluded in the shop, I think. Because besides them, oh no, there's Aqua. There's Lucas, not Hyde. Lucas, Riona, Aqua, Myrtle. So it could be the four of them that'll be here tomorrow. So that is the end of episode 12 of Coffee Talk, episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. Thank you for watching.